This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so this is the reading part of come on, reading part. One second. Yes, of your book number one, that is reading and writing, and these pages I shared with you last week. So last week we discussed grammar and writing. Your writings I am still marking. I was a bit busy, so hopefully today or by tomorrow I will finish. You need not worry. You keep on submitting your writing, inshallah, by this weekend, because hopefully this weekend we might have Thursday holiday for Miladun Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So by this weekend, all your assignments will be marked. Don't worry. Okay, so now today I will explain you the reading, the techniques for good reading and fast reading. Reading is a skill, one of the four major language skills, which requires time management. It is highly important to manage time in reading because when you are practicing with listening, you cannot control the time. The audio will continue playing and you have to follow the instructions, the questions, and all these things. Once the audio is over, your listening is over. You cannot stop that. I am talking about exam, I mean exam. And but in reading, we give you the passage or passages with questions, and a specific time is given. So even in exam, yes, you have specific time for reading. I mean listening, definitely you will play or the teachers will play for you twice or maybe three times. But reading, there is a specific time and you have to follow the timing. Within that allotted time, you have to go through the reading, plus you have to understand the questions, then you can answer the questions. So I know most of you, or maybe all of you, Alhamdulillah, have done very well. So in reading, the things in this book are done very well. I really like the strategies in this book. That first of all, about the reading, there is a preview assignment. Let me discuss it with you, then I will continue. The book says here, preview, as you can see my screen, you are going to read an interview with Travis Benz. So the focus here is an interview. Please remember, this reading is about an interview. You know the word na interview. Enter mean dakhil, view mean jaiza, understand. So you go into a person's mind and check him through your questions. This is called interview. So the young leader of an international rock climbing club. So this is the topic. The young leader of an international rock climbing club. Normally, what happens in reading, why most of the students face problems, they read the question very quickly and jump to the answer. No, please spend more your time on understanding the question. Once the question, the topic of the reading is clear to you, you can easily understand. It would be very, very, very easy for you to answer the questions and correct answers. As I told you many times last week, that I don't like answers, I like correct answers. So how can you give correct answers in readings if you understand the question very carefully? This is the only way. For example, I gave you a question on Thursday just during the class. I asked you, for example, if someone asks you or I ask you, what are you? So you will not say, I am a human being, or I am Abdul Hakim, I am Zahra, I am Amna. No, I know you are this. My question is, what are you? It means what is your current position, your job, your title. You will say, I am a student. If I ask you, what is your father? I know your father is a human being because you are a human being. So your father is also a human being. So you need to understand the question. What is your father. It means that the job, the business, the current position. You can say my father is a retired school teacher, retired. It means now he is not working. He used to work in school for 20 years, 25 years. Now he is spending life with us at home. Just example. So you need to understand the question. So here the topic is the young leader of an international rock climbing club. You need to understand it because I am going to ask you these three questions. So the question again says, before you read, this is another question. Now we come to the question. Write down three questions. Normally we ask the students to write the answers. Here, number 1, 2, and 3, the book says write down three questions. So these questions are your answers. For example, the best way in learning is not only to answer the questions. The another way, it is a good technique. I do appreciate that if you answer the questions, it is very, very, very good. But there is another technique that you should ask the questions. When, sorry, as I told you last week, from this week, inshallah, every Thursday or Wednesday. This week, Wednesday is your last day, hopefully. So far, we don't have any email, but hopefully you will receive the email shortly about the holiday. So once a week, I will be doing speaking in one session, maybe morning or afternoon, with 4 to 5 or even 10 students, just for practice, just for practice. Okay. So in that speaking, only I will not ask you questions. No, 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 no. I will ask you to ask me questions, and then I will answer you because it is easy to answer the question. Normally, students believe that the teachers will ask them the questions and they will answer. Yes, definitely. But I personally, Mr. Kashif, I personally like the student to ask me questions, especially for speaking practice, because this will definitely make you think more and more. Because when you have to answer a question, you already have some information in your mind. That is question which I ask you. For example, when I ask you how many brothers and sisters do you have, now you have some information in your mind that I need to tell Mr. Kashif about the number of my brothers and about the number of my sisters, and not me, because I said do you have. I am not asking you to include yourself, I mean minus you. So, for example, if you are three brothers and four sisters, you will say, I have three brothers and three sisters. You are number seven. If I say, how many brothers and sisters are you? Then you can say, we are seven, three brothers, four sisters, or four brothers and three sisters, whatever it is. Because now you have some information. I asked you. But when I ask you, okay, please ask me a question, then you have to start from zero. And it is, believe me, it is a very, very, very good technique to improve your thinking skill. Thinking skill. Okay, so now the topic is the young leader of an international rock climbing club, just like football club. Before you read, write down three questions that you think the interviewer, now you are the interviewer and I am Travis Binns. For question number 1 to 3, I am Mr. Kashif Travis Binns and the interviewer are you, my students. You will ask Mr. Kashif about his sport and his life. You understand my point? Am I clear? That I want you people to ask three questions to Travis Binns, which is now you can suppose Mr. Kashif, and the I am a leader of the rope climbing club. You have to ask me three questions. So it is better if we go it through speaking for these three questions only. All right. So what question will you ask me? Any one student. Number one. I am Travis
Yes,
Binns
yes,
and I
sir.
am the leader. of a rock climbing club? Yes, please.
Question number one. Why do you like climb rock?
Very good. Excellent. Why do you like rock climbing or climbing rocks? Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Any other student number two?
What difficulties do you face?
Excellent again, Taif. Very good. What are the difficulties or challenges or problems you face or do you face in your sport? Excellent. Very good. Third.
Me again.
No, sure, please go ahead.
What advice would you give for beginner?
Very good, Taif. Excellent. Again, this is one of the best questions I can say Taif has asked. That what advice would you give to the beginners? Very good. Because see, Travis Binns is the leader. So Taif has caught the main point that he is a leader. He has more knowledge than his team players. So he will give advice to the beginners in this sport. Very good job. Any other student, if you have any other question, please share with me, please. I would appreciate that. Okay, Fatma says, very good. Excellent, Fatma. When did you start rock climbing? Excellent. Dana's answer question is very good. Uh, when will you retire? Very good. Okay. So how much time take do you spend this sport? You mean to say yes. Amira's question is again very good. Excellent. So three questions does not mean only three. You can have 20 questions in your mind, 30 questions. The more you think, the more you get information. So this is a best way to start reading. That is why I like this book very much. Okay. Now this is if any other student wants to share any question, please go ahead. Otherwise, I will continue. Okay. All right, Ji. So today especially I will be focusing on reading skills and all these things. Now we have an interview with Travis Binns, and because this is the first reading, so I will do the reading for you, then we will come to the question. Because I want you, I know you can do reading, mashallah, very good, but I want you to listen to me how we do the reading, what are the things, especially the punctuation, remuse okaf, where do you have to stop and where it is not necessary for you to stop while doing reading. So number one, mountain high. This is MH. Let us start with the sport of rock climbing. How did you get interested in this? This is another question. You gave me four, five, six questions. This is another question. Very good. So Travis Binns TB. So mountain high is the interviewer. Please remember. Here it is written number one. This number one will be given here in the footnote. A podcast. Podcast mean a person who types or writes on your Facebook, on your Twitter account. He or she writes some comments and groom a man on his wedding day, you know. Anyhow, we will come. Vocabulary, especially in reading. Sometimes some students feel problem in understanding a few words. In reading, the good thing is that if you find any word very difficult, you can just leave that word and continue. Later on, try to understand the meaning of the full sentence without that word. Then try to guess the meaning of that word. Because at home you have dictionary, you have Google Uncle with you. But in exam, neither Google nor dictionary would be with you. So it should come from your mind. Okay. So Travis Bin says it all started when my aunt got married at Joshua Tree National Park. So we use at for places, small places at, cities in. I live in Sohar. I live at Hambar. You can also say in Hambar, no problem. Normally for playgrounds, parks, and marriage hall, okay, kaa or whatever you call it, we use at. So this is how reading will help you. You can understand grammar, you can understand sentence structure, a lot of things. That is Southern California in the Mojave Desert. So where is the Joshua Tree National Park? It is in Southern California in the Mojave Desert. She and her groom mean her husband, on the day of marriage, climbed a rock and exchanged their vows. Wo mean ahad. As in Islam, in Pakistan, we say Kabul, Kabul, Kabul. That is called wo. Wo actually mean kasam. Ahad. Wo up there. They were on the mountain and there they got married. The rest of us stood there. All right. Yeah, this is from Ahad. This is also a very, very good question. How rock climbing changed your life? Excellent, Ahad. So as you can see, Ahad, rock climbing changed his life that he got married because of this event. Very good. It's a very good question again. The rest of us stood there watching them as the sun came up. So what do you understand from this sentence? As the sun came up, what time is it? Yes, Bayan's question is again very good. How did you control yourself during climbing? Very good, excellent. MashaAllah, I am happy. You are doing very well. Okay, I have question about this sentence that they say as the sun came up. What does it mean? Which time I mean of the day is this? I will not only focus the questions given in your book. No, I am not that type of teacher who will teach you the question answer from the reading and finish class. No, no, this thing 99% of you, I believe, have done. Alhamdulillah. You have answered all the questions. Some of you were sharing with me some questions. I will explain these things today. I like to ask more and more information from the reading. Okay, so can you guess the time as the sun came up? What time is it? This is called infer information. Fatma's answer is 100% correct. Very good, Fatma. It is dawn. Tulu Shams. The sun is coming up, rising. Very good answer. Yes. Taif is also right. Daybreak. Very good. It is a very beautiful word. Daybreak, Taif. Very beautiful word. You know, some words in English, in every language, some words in English especially, they sound very beautiful. And daybreak is one of my favorite words. I like it very much personally. Anyhow, okay, let us continue. That's good. I was only about 5. You see, when you talk about your age, no need to say years old. You can only say, I was only 5. I was 10. I am 20. That's all. You are 1. But when you say, I am 20, it does not mean that Taif plus Taif plus Taif. No, no. It means your age is 20 years. So this is how we talk about our age. I was only about 5 because I checked 2 or 3 writings specifically. One student I don't want to name. As I told you, I will never discuss the mistakes in public. I will discuss your mistakes, but without taking your name. One of your friends, maybe he or she is available now or may not be. Kali wali, leave it. The question is, a point is, he or she started the writing daily routine with a past sentence. No, this is not correct. I am just sharing with you. Next time, be careful. Daily routine is a topic to discuss your daily routine now. So you cannot start with past. For example, one student says, my daily routine started early in the morning. No, starts early in the morning. Anyhow, so this is how you need to learn. I was only about 5, but I thought it was very cool. So why the writer has used the word but here? But the writer says I was only about 5, but I thought it was very cool. The writer is one of the viewers. You know viewers, na? The people who were attending the marriage. And the age of the writer at that time was 5. But when the writer saw Travis Ben getting married, all right, so the writer felt it very cool. Oh, well, cool mean here beautiful. It is not cool like refrigerator. So why the writer says but? What is the point of using but here? If you like something, because but means negative. So why the writer has used but? Can any student guess? What does he mean? Why he has used here? Any idea? Any idea? If you read the first part of the sentence, then link it with but, and then go to the word cool, you will get the answer. Do you think normally you can think at the age of 5? Do you think children can think at the age of 5 that this thing is cool, means very beautiful, this thing is not beautiful? Do you think at the age of 5 we have so much common sense? No, normally we don't have, to be very honest. That is why the writer says, I was only about 5, but no, the weather can also be too cool. Yes, you are also right, Amira. But here the writer is talking about the situation of the marriage. Yeah, this is also an idea, Rayan. You are also right. I don't disagree. But according to the passage, if you look at the passage, here the writer says that he or she was observing the condition, weather, and all these things. Yes, you are also right. I have to connect two sentences. But my point is why but has been used. So some of you have answered very good. Like Amira says, the weather is too cool. Correct. Very good. Ryan says because he cannot do the mountain climbing. Excellent. Or rock climbing. Yeah, these things, even I don't say Ahad's answer is not correct. It is correct. But Amira and Ryan are more correct here because the writer is showing his feelings for different things, for marriage, for weather. Yeah, maybe, but Taif, when we go for reading, remember one thing here. Now, Taif's answer has given me another idea. In reading, please remember one thing from today, all your life onwards. There is no answer maybe in reading. You can never use the word maybe in answering any reading question. Because in reading, we ask the questions which are available in the passage. You have no chance to guess. In listening, you can guess. In writing, you can guess. In grammar, you can guess. But in reading, please remember, it is not again your mistake. It is just something new because I am Kashif, so I need to share something new with you. In reading, the word maybe mean Galiban, imkan, is never ever allowed in your answers. You have to answer, you can say, I believe or I think. You cannot say maybe. Maybe mean if it is wrong, I have to give you marks. If it is correct, I have to give you marks because you say maybe. So, but you have to write I think or I believe or I find. That the word but refers to the writer's age and the weather condition or his feelings. That even at the age of 5, he could feel the sunrise, he could enjoy the marriage, he could feel the weather condition and all these things. All right, very good, very good. Let us continue. That really impressed me. Okay. Now, MI says, is that what inspired you to start rock climbing yourself? You see, in the word yourself, inshallah, tomorrow I will also teach you this thing, reflexive pronoun and reciprocal pronoun. I will teach you. The word yourself, when you write, it is written without any space. It is one word. If you have gone through the basics of English grammar, which I shared with you a file, you will find there that yourself, myself, himself, herself, ourselves, themselves, yourselves, itself are written without any space. Because if you give a space between your and self, there are other meanings. I will give you one example. Look at this sentence. Ali came within 10 minutes. The word within, when you write as one word, it means bayyan. Qabal 10 minutes, maybe 9 minutes, maybe after 8 minutes, maybe after 2 minutes, maybe even after 1 minute, but before 10 minutes. Now see. Now see this sentence. Ali came with his brother in 10 minutes. It means in 10 minutes mean maybe 11 minutes, 12 minutes, or 9 minutes, or 7 minutes. But within 10 minutes mean qabal, bayyan. So Ali came with his brother. Now with will go with for brother, and in will go for minutes. So this is how we connect the words or disconnect and their meanings change. So please be very careful. If you use your and self as two different words, meanings will 100% change. Be very careful. Anyhow, so the next question is, this is also one of you have asked this question. Very good. Is that what inspired you to start rock climbing yourself? Here I would like to tell you one more rule of grammar. After start, if there is a verb, we always use ing form. For example, my mother started cooking. I will start driving. Okay. Always use ing form after start. All right. So TV says yes. Full stop, not comma. If you put a comma, it's okay. Then B will be small. In both ways, it is correct. In both ways, it is correct. But I got even more inspired. Here again, get or got, whatever you use. First form or second form or third form. After it, we always use third form, which means past participle. Okay. Get or got plus third form. Whenever you, for example, I got my uncle closed the door. After get or got, we always use third form. Never use first form, second form, ing, no. Okay, but I got even more inspired. Got inspired, third form. So second form of inspire is also inspired. So if someone asks you, is this inspired, second form or third form, it is 100% third form. Because after get or got, we use only third form. Okay, after while, always use ing form, no other form in English. While watching, you cannot say while watch TV. No, while watching a video of Alex Honnold doing. Why he has used doing here, not do? Again rule. After every preposition in English, oh, preposition spelling, sorry. Typing mistake. After preposition, always use ing form. Of doing, of Alex Honnold doing. His solo. Solo mean one person. Solo. Routine. Solo routine. I saw Alex out there in nature. In nature mean with mountains and trees and valleys. That is nature. All by himself. All by himself mean alone. Ahad. No one was with him. He was able to do the unthinkable. Unthinkable means very difficult thing, challenging thing, unbelievable things. The word thing, oh, I forgot to share with you. It also has three meanings. Number one, work. Number two, talk. And number three, item, share. The word thing has three meanings. Number one, work. For example, do you have anything to do today? It means, do you have any work to do today? Number two, talk, discussion, kalam, kalam. Uh, do you want to say anything? It means kalam. Number three, item. Do you have any new thing in your bag? Maybe mobile, maybe any charger, item, anything, share. So these are the three meanings of the word thing. Anyhow, okay. So, but I got even more inspired. So this is another inspiration. The first inspiration was in second paragraph. All right, from the marriage, from the mountain climbing, from the sunrise, the weather conditions, and another inspiration he got, the interviewer, the writer, sorry, TB, I mean, he got from watching the video of Alex Honnold, and what he was doing his solo routine. Okay, so what was his solo routine? That he was out there in nature, Alex, I mean, alone, and he was doing very, very, very difficult things. So this way you need to understand. This is called asking questions by yourself. For example, in this point number 4, you can ask by yourself, what was the second source of inspiration for TB? Travis Bent. So you can say the videos of Alex Honnold. So which thing inspired him in his videos, his solo routine? Okay. So what was the thing in his solo routine which motivated or inspired TB? Unthinkable actions, or the things Alex was doing were unthinkable. You see, from this paragraph, I have made 3 questions. You can make 10. So the more you ask questions by yourself, now you have the answers here. Paragraph number 4, this reading passage are your answers. You need to make more questions. Don't focus the questions given in the book only. Please go beyond, go out of these questions. Think more and more questions. And as I told you, it's my assurance, guarantee, the more you focus on questions by yourself, believe me, your reading will be very good. And reading is the only skill. Many times I have shared with you last week that our Islam started with reading, Iqra. So it means it is a very, 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 very important skill. Number 2, reading is the only skill, as you are seeing now, through which you can learn grammar. I have given you some grammar rules here. For example, with preposition we use ing, after get we use third form, after start we use ing form, right? So these are all grammar rules. While plus ing form, these are grammars. From here I am taking the rules. I saw while plus ing, it means it is a rule. That is why it is written in an English book. Okay. I see get plus third form or got plus third form, it means it is a rule. The main thing when you are reading, focus the verb preposition. Verb preposition. You will learn millions of rules on daily basis. On daily basis. Okay, let's go to next page. So number 5. What do you mean by solo routine? You see, first I asked you question in number 4. Now the writer, interviewer is also asking a question. Interviewee. TB. Well, to free solo is to get out there. Now this is the answer. Without a rope or any gear. You see the spellings of gear. G-E-A-R. If you remember last week I told you most of the words in English they take E-A-R in their spelling. Okay. It is basically mean I know you know the meaning, basically mean asas. No, according to this passage, why the writer has used basically here? Basically here mean in clear definition, in clear meanings. So when you are clear about the meaning of any information, you can use the word basically in your speaking or writing. For example, if I ask you, you tell me that Mr. My mother has cooked biryani today, pulao today, pasta today, okay. So then I will ask you, how did your mother make biryani or pasta? Then you can say it is basically a Pakistani recipe and Chinese recipe and Omani recipe. She has used these things. So here basically mean you know every detail about the recipe. Then we use the word basically. So basically only does not mean asas. I know base mean asas, but it has different meanings. As just now I have told you three meanings of the word thing. So this is how we continue. Okay. It is basically you free solo. There is a word free solo and solo routine also. Free solo mean that you are alone and free. Free mean you don't have any sport with you. It is basically you and your hands and feet. Yes, like absolutely. Yes. Mira, you can also say like absolutely. Correct. Very good. Absolutely and basically are almost the same. Very good. So you will be using, he says it is basic solo, free solo. If I ask you what is free solo according to paragraph number 6, you will say it is basically you and your hands and feet. Okay. This goes way beyond. Way beyond mean more challenging, more than that. Way beyond we mean to say always. For example, you can say, I can tell you go, I can tell you beyond this limit. It means more than this. This goes way beyond daring. Daring means shuja, you do something challenging. But the TB says it is more than challenging, almost like dying action, into a whole new area of risk. So daring and risk are two different things here. Okay. So wherever you have any confusion, please ask me. As you see, I am not focusing the question in the paragraph. I want you to understand the reading. All right. And I will make more and more questions for you here. Okay. Number 7, you climb with your hands and feet. That's it. TB. And he says, when he starts the answer with and, do you know why we start the answer to a question with and? It means the question you have used is correct, but there is some more information which I want to add. And means plus jama, you know very well. The word and means in Arabic wa, it means jama plus 2 and 2 make 4. It means 2 jama 2. So and mean yes, more plus. So two things the interviewee asked. Number 1, hands and feet. And TB says focused mind also. Hand, feet and focused mind. So I can ask you a question. What are the 3 main things we need in free solo? So you can say hands, feet and focused mind. Alex is a great example of that. People ask him if he does it for the adrenaline rush. Adrenaline rush, as you can see from here, the body's physical reaction to the excitement and danger. Basically, adrenaline, I would first come to this, then rush. Adrenaline is a Chinese physical activity, physical exercise. If someone among you has watched a Jackie Chan's movie, I forgot the name, in which Jackie Chan gets a special suit. I forgot the name of the movie because I used to watch movies a lot before I went for Hajj. In 2015, Alhamdulillah, I performed Hajj. After that, I almost stopped watching movies. But in that movie, Jackie Chan shows special tricks. He can climb a building without using a rope, all right, just by his hands, as his hands have gone magnetic. That is called adrenaline. Rush mean very fast, challenging. And he says no. People ask him if he does it for the adrenaline rush. So as you can say here, to excitement and danger. Because some people, we call them sadist. There are some people, let me write it here for you. It will explain you the thing. Sadist. Sadists are the people who like to give trouble to other people or themselves. The people, they are negative people, I would be honest with you. They like to make trouble either for the others or for themselves. So this is called adrenaline rush. Some people, they have a desire in their mind, in their body, to do something very dangerous. Okay, not only because they want publicity, no, they like that. They like that. This is called adrenaline rush. And he says no. So he tells the people, no, I don't do these things for this purpose. I do because I like it. To him, a rush is a sign of something wrong. When the climb is going right. Here the word climb means the act of climbing. It is slow and controlled. Controlled means you know every move. You are enjoying the beautiful day. So now it means this sentence, you are enjoying the beautiful day. This sentence is a clear-cut indication, alamat, that rock climbing is done in only and only in the daytime, not at night. Okay. First he said when the sun came up, that was dawn time. Now he says enjoying the beautiful day, not night. Okay, MI says, is Alex Honnold the one who climbed Half Dome in a little under 3 hours? Half Dome is also a rock. In a little under 3 hours, you can say 2 hours 55 minutes, 2 hours. Little under mean the last 15 minutes. From 45 to 60 minutes in between. 2 hours 45 minutes he completed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes more than that and less than 3 hours. That is called a little under 3 hours. You can also say less than 3 hours, that is also correct. But less can give you meaning like 30 minutes difference, 45 minutes difference. But if you say little under 3 hours, it means maximum 15 minutes less. It can be 1 minute, I mean 2 hours 59 minutes he took. 2 hours 57 minutes he took to complete it. Okay, TB says that is the one. He is able to take big chances while staying, again, while plus ing form, staying calm. In calm, C-A-L-M, there are many words in English like arm, calm, balm. In the arm mean sadqa, khairat, arm, A-L-M. L is silent. Calm, itmanan, silent. You enjoy. Allah bi zikrillah tatmainul qulub. Tatmainna, calm. Balm, balm when there is a problem in your body, in your hands or in your feet, you use a balm to give you calm. So L is silent here. When he climbs a rock, okay, here again a rule. After when, don't use ing form. After while, ing form is lazim. But after when, please never use ing form. Never ever. Maybe one time or two times in your life, normally 99.999%, after when we don't use ing form. Even after if we will study in the coming days, inshallah. When he climbs, you cannot say when he is climbing. If you want to use ing form, you will say while he is climbing. So when he climbs a rock, he is thousands of feet up there. So it's not hundreds of feet, it is thousands of feet up there. With nothing to catch him, no rope, no gear, nothing to catch him. If he falls, it is gone. Okay, about the word fall, I would like to share with you another thing. We say fall, fell, fallen. So these are the three forms of the verb fall, right? Fall is the first form, fell is the second form. No message? So fall is the first form. Actually, we use fall for natural actions. Now see, fell with ed. It is another verb. It is not the second form of fall. Fell means to cut. It means to cut. The government is felling the trees. Yes, Rahul. Was everything fine? Class. No, it's okay. No worries. Yeah, yeah. No issue. So fall is natural action. For example, the book fell on the ground. But fell is another verb. He felled the book on the ground. Fell means throw or cut, both meanings. All right. You see from reading how many things we are learning, only from reading. I haven't started the question answers. I know you have done. We will discuss the question answers also. But first I need you to understand the passage. A single passage is full of so much information for you. So many rules are there. So many things to learn that you can increase your knowledge very, very, very well. Okay. I guess. So when the writer says, I guess, it means he or she hasn't seen, only believe, think. I guess it takes a real obsession. Obsession means an idea that is always in your mind. That is called obsession. The best example of obsession, the best example I always give the students is 15 to 20 minutes before iftar in Ramadan. Now 15 to 20 minutes before, to be very honest with you, either it is you or me, I believe, our mind is obsessed with food. That 15 minutes left, then we can take a date, ratab, then inshallah juice, then we will eat plow or whatever your mother has cooked for you. That is called obsession. Now in those 15 minutes, you will not think of anything in the world. It is natural. It is natural. This is called an obsession. During that time, your mind is 100% occupied with only one idea, and that is food. So this is called obsession. I always give this example. Okay. To make the most of talent like this, his. Most of a talent like his. It means that if you want to learn the skills of Alex, the TV things, you should have only this idea in your mind. Forget everything. Forget Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter. Only think about rock climbing. No other idea should be there in your mind. This is called obsession. Okay, MH says it probably does. When the writer says probably, because these words you can use in your writings, absolutely, probably, basically, these words will help you in your writing. So probably here, why the speaker uses probably? It means the speaker, as TB said, I guess, in the last sentence. MH says it probably. It means MH is also not 100% sure, but more than 50% he can say yes, it probably does like this. All right. So speaking of half dome in Yosemite, so he tells him about this rope that is 2000 feet, 2000 feet high. Is that one of the places you will be going with the club? Very simple question. Okay, TB says number 12. Most likely, yes. Most likely mean 80%, 90% yes, but not 100%. If it is 100%, he will say yes. If it is 80, 90%, maximum 90, he will say most likely. Okay. Because it is not 100%. If 100%, he will say yes. If it is 80, 90%, maximum 90. Maximum 90, I am sharing with you again. The same words you can use in your writing. Why I am telling you these things? 80%, 90%, absolutely, completely, basically. These words will help you to improve your writing. For example, you can say the people who visit Oman will most likely find the weather very pleasant. It means 100% weather is not pleasant. Sometimes it is hot. In some places like Jabal Akhzar, it is very cold, but most likely it is pleasant weather. So this way you can say. So far mean hatta al-an, till now, till today. When you are talking, for that time you can say so far. For example, I ask you how many questions, I am just sharing with you. For example, let's say, so here the last name with me is Amira. Okay. So if I ask Amira, how many questions have you answered? Amira can say, so far, Mr. 5. There were total 9. Just example. Or total 6 or 10. So Amira will say, so far. It means till now. Hatta al-an. 5 or 6 or 7. This is called so far. So far, we have attracted people. It is the contraction of have. Contraction I will teach you inshallah very soon. Alhamdulillah. It is not in your syllabus, but I will teach you how to write contraction. Because a few contraction are a little bit confusing, like will and would. They are confusing. Similarly, was and is and has. These three are confusing. But I will make things very simple for you, don't worry. Inshallah, you will never face any problem in contraction. We have attracted people from 6 different countries. He did not say 6 countries. Why he says 6 different countries? If you say 6 countries, it is okay. So why the speaker says 6 different countries? Can any student share with me why the word different has been used here before country? When I say 6 students, it's okay. But when I say 6 different students, why I say 6 different students or 6 different countries? Only 6 countries is correct. Can anyone explain me this one? You see, in reading, the first topic of reading practice is infer, to bring from inside, to bring out from inside. Akhaz, ma'akhaz, infer. Now we are inferring the reading techniques. So why the speaker has used the word different? Can any student share with me, please? Any idea, whatever is in your mind, you can share with me, please.
Me, Mr.
Yes, Bismillah. Yes, Zara.
6 different country means one more than one countries.
That is correct. But then, Zahra, I can say 6 countries. That is also more than one. My question is the word different. Different. Why the writer says different? Why the writer does not say only 6 countries? 6 countries mean they are 6. They are Oman, they are UAE, they are Qatar, they are Kuwait, they are Saudi Arabia, they are Bahrain. Now listen carefully, I am giving you the answer. The 6 countries I am speaking, listen carefully. Try to guess
Mister,
what. Yes, yes, please. Yes, Bayan.
maybe because the countries is not nearby with each other, not one side.
Again, countries.
The countries not nearby with each other.
The
Not in one
countries.
side.
Yeah, you are also right, Bayan, to some extent. And Amira, you are also right in to some extent. 50% you can say, both of you are correct. Actually, see, when I say 6 countries, it means these 6 countries are the same like, as I am telling you, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, UAE, Saudi Arabia, they are Islamic countries, they are Gulf countries, they have same language, almost same culture, almost same weather, 95% things are same. But when I say 6 different countries, maybe one country Muslim, one Kafir, one Nasara, one Yahud, one Hindu, this is 6 totally different countries. Yeah, you can
With
also say
different
6 different
languages.
continent. Continent actually, Zahra, there are 5 continents, 5 only, Bare Azam. If you look at the title flag of Olympic Games, you will find in their Olympic Games flag, there are 5 circles. There are 5 continents. Yeah, Manahal and Amwaj, you can say like, I do agree, but the correct answer is when we say different with a plural noun, it means everything is different. With a plural noun, we use different because it is already plural. Different makes it more plural. It means that they are 100% different from one another. Yes, different culture, Shaima is correct. They have different culture or different language or different weather conditions or different food taste. In one or the other way, they are totally different from each other. That is called 6 different countries. You see, only one word I gave you. MashaAllah, all of you are sharing your ideas. And most of you have done very well with this word different. This is the way I want you to learn. Anyhow, continue. And they all, because I will finish your class in 15 minutes, because now they are also calling me for the books distribution there. Okay. And they all want to check out Yosemite. It is also the name of a mountain. It's probably, again probably, not sure, one of the most impressive places. Okay, here again, one more knowledge, rule of grammar. One of, any of, many of, none of, and so on. So when we use these quantifiers, they are called quantifiers. One of the boys, any of the boys, many of the boys, none of the boys, neither of the boys, few of the boys, some of the boys. You will always use plural noun. Boys. You cannot say one of the boy. No, no, one of the boys. Any of the boys. Many of the boys. Few of the boys. You understand my point? Always use plural noun after these quantifiers. Okay. As you can see, one of the most impressive places. Impressive is an adjective. Any word which ends with IVE in English, it is always adjective. 100% adjective. Not 99.9. No, no, no. 100%. For doing anything outdoors. You see, outdoors, not outdoor. The difference between outdoor and outdoors. The difference is very simple. Without S, it is creep your home, near your home. And with S, it is away from your home, far away. maybe 20 kilometer, 50 kilometer, 100 kilometer, 1000 kilometer. But outdoor mean near your home, maybe 1 kilometer, 500 meter, 200 meter. Okay, this is the difference with the letter S. With these two words, only letter S, you see how it changes the meaning. Outdoors mean away from your home, outdoor mean near your home, both mean out of your home, but the distance changes with the letter S. Okay, MH says, and you will be climbing, it is you will be climbing with ropes, the usual gear. You cannot write a question. For you, the student, number 13, I would like to tell you, this is a spoken discussion. In your normal language writing, you are not allowed to write a question like this. You see, there is no question, but this end of the sentence shows a question mark. So in speaking English, for example, sometimes you ask your friend, you like this pen? Actually, you wanted to say, do you like this pen? But only for your friend, you say, you like this pen? It is a question, but you don't say, do you like? You say, you like this pen? You like this pen? Then your friend says, yes, I like. Okay, take it. So you will be climbing with ropes. This usual gear. Gear mean style here. Here, gear mean style. All the ropes, jackets, everything will be there. TB says, of course. Not probably, of course. Probably mean 50-50. Of course mean 100%. We are not part of that teeny mean very small group of rock climbers who free solo. Free solo mean they climb the mountains on rocks without anything like rope or any sport. I think the number of free solo climbers is less than 1%. The word number is mostly used as single noun. But again, the number of, one of, any of, climbers, plural noun, or something like that, 1%. It means if 100 people in the world, just an example, if 100 people in the world are doing mountain climbing or solo climbing, only one of them are doing free solo or something like that. Most of us don't have that do or die attitude. Do or die, we discussed last time, it means to take risk. Okay. Number 15, MI says that obsession, you could say. The obsession, that is adrenaline rush. That obsession. You could say, again a question, basically it is question. So number 16, he starts with and I told you as in number 13, he started with, sorry, not number 13. Yes. Number 8, sorry. Here and means plus. Same here, number 16. And it means first of all obsession plus that willingness. Willingness means raza. You are ready. You agree to take a risk. One wrong move. Only one wrong move. Okay. And that's it. Finish. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. No second chances. The writer does not say chance, because there are many chances when you are dying. Anyone, sorry, is dying. He or she will take every chance to save his life. Every chance. So that is why the writer says no second chances. Second is only one. but it can be many chances. So we can say chances. And one of the, again, one of, plural noun, hardest things about climbing without a rope is staying in control of your fear. Here the word staying in control means to control. It means to control your fear. Again, with fear, I told you, ear is there. You are in a situation where fear can come up. First we read this word, the sun came up. Now fear will come up in 1 second. Complete and total fear. This hyphen, dash, minus sign here, it is the definition, tashri, izafi knowledge, izafi malumat for the word 1 second. What will happen in 1 second? Complete and total fear. You have got to stay in control. Nice, sir. बस 5 मिनट. अच्छा. All right then, students, video apology, I would stop here because they are calling me again and again, and inshallah we start at 12. Take care, stay safe, stay home. Assalamu alaikum.